is shit. Is this thing on? We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Everybody comes in your grandmother year.
$7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico. We've ended the war on American energy. We were in war. And we've ended the war on beautiful, clean coal, one of our great natural resources.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television.
Bucket and the whole thing. Now again, I'm not saying that shouldn't be allowed. She's got a wet pussy. What are you going to do about it? So fine. But the strange way we deal with cancel culture, the strange way that the mainstream version of everything that we get is so out of whack with reality. So we took out Mr. Potato Head because he was a Mr. and now he's just Potato Head. He's got no gender, even though really his gender was only decided whether you put the mustache on him, although I'm pretty sure girls can have mustaches now. And the point is that we get rid of all of these things and then we say, oh, but the woman with the leaking pussy and the bucket and the mop and the whole thing and the girl dancing in the shoe, that's all okay. But I think...
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Can you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know. Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy, so crazy. Everybody comes in your grandmother.
8 months after his alleged meeting with the Burmese executives. So this Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese. A real beautiful company.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get this sentence out. We can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
As far as my relationships with all people. I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
This, and we were, I need water, help me, I need water, help. And he's written, this is on live television.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ, only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation, that was really loud, of Above It All. And I'm still setting up because I am not a professional live streamer. I'm actually an unprofessional live streamer. I'm an unprofessional live streamer. By the way, can y'all believe that the photograph that I used for the background there is a year old now? It's pretty crazy, huh? Maybe I should switch it up. What's up? How's it going, folks? Yo, my hair right now is like a giant mess. I should do an entire stream of like just me like getting the knots out, like for real, because it's a disaster. All right, let me pop out the chat. Is this thing on? I hope you're debating Big Ben Burgess live on stream. I would love to debate Ben Burgess with regards to his recent dumbassery and career suicide maneuvers. Maybe I'll discuss that later. Look at this knot in my hair, bro. Like, this is fucked up. How does this happen? Like, does anyone know how this happens? Like, what needs to go on? Like, what error needs to occur? What colossal failure in upkeep and management needs to happen for something like this to occur? Like, what on earth, right? Like, I'm trying my best here. Like, maybe this is just maybe this is just what I'm gonna do for the rest of the stream. I'm just gonna fucking knot it just for the rest of it. Abner, what did he do this time? I don't keep up. You'll see. Ben Burgess has become a January 6th truther. He says that there were no zip ties. No one actually died. It's all a bunch of... It's like... This is like... They're trying to turn January 6th into like Russiagate. They being like Glenn Greenwald and other adjacent folks. Like, they really want it to just be, like, another thing that the liberals are mad about or something. And it's like, it's honestly, it's embarrassing. I really just can't follow it. To say that no one was killed, I mean, like, it's ludicrous. I mean, it really is. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, he's a January 6th truther now. I keep saying that on accident. I got the troops on the brain because it's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, he said that there were no flex cuffs. Or rather, he said no one brought flex cuffs. And the only person that had them was untrained. Doesn't matter if there were like 20 people that had flex cuffs. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you know, several of them were ex-military. Nah, one dude who like was clearly emaciated, holding a flex cuff in a photo means that it was never a big deal. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'll get into that later. I don't mind like shitting on Ben Burgess later. Like, I mean, like, you gotta keep when people fuck up, right? It's like the job of the community to keep them on track. You know what I mean? Like, if I ever go out there and say, like, you know, some stupid ass shit, I expect all of you to be like, bro, what are you doing, man? What the fuck is your problem? Right, that's what I expect if I ever have a bad take. Like, y'all gotta fucking grill the shit out of me if I ever have a bad take. Yo, I mean, this hair right now is like a... Are you seeing this shit? Bro, what are you doing, man? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Y'all, I'm about to like take a photograph of the back of my head. Hold up. Alright. Let's see, how bad is this? I failed to direct it at my head. Okay. Oh my god. What a disaster. Lord have mercy. I can't even show that on stream. That would be like, wow. Can't even show that on stream. That's so bad. Oh my god. That's so fucking... Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Ah! Right? Like, this is such a disaster. How did I let it get this bad? Oh my god. What's poppin', Terry? How's it going? Start at the bottom? I wish. If you're talking about the hair, then yeah, I'm trying my best. Alright, so that's enough of that. Let's get into the recap. I'm going to be honest. I was promised rain yesterday, and it only rained for a little bit. Hello, Max. Needs no introduction. No introduction necessary. Like, isn't this just a beautiful creature? Seriously, like, I'm telling you this right now. Like, what is going on here? This is like... There is a wild animal on my bed just standing. Not even sitting, but standing. Oh, now they're sitting. It's a wild fucking animal. What a world that we live in right now, where we just have fucking animals just running around in our houses. Isn't that crazy? Like, there's just some motherfuckers out there, myself included, that just have, like, wild animals just galloping through their hallways. And it's like, what? Like, I thought we were in a society. What's going on? Urgent! Did you see the video of 2 sausage dogs playing with a friendly lion? Feel free to send it to me on Discord. Alright, folks, let's get into the recap. So yesterday was the 39th straight day of protests in the city of Elizabeth City over the police assassination of Andrew Brown Jr. And so yesterday was it was supposed to rain. I was promised rain. And so as a result, we did not do that long of a march. It was probably around somewhere, maybe an hour-ish, you know, all said and done. You know, which is relatively short. In my opinion, maybe like 45 minutes. Like, you know, what are you gonna do? We made our presence known, and we also marched by a farmer's market, which was very interesting. We had a lot of. I got some footage of people's faces, and I was gonna post that of like their. Like, you know, going like, right, like, but I was like, I don't want to bully the elderly, because there was like a lot of elderly there, right? They were just so confused at the idea of a protest. It was just kind of adorable. Like, I saw someone go like, and I was like, yo, like, I mean, this is 39 days in a row. Like, how the fuck do you not know what's going on? Did I buy some nice vegetables? Not yesterday, unfortunately, because I thought it was going to rain, so I got home. You know, I didn't know what was going on. But either way, so we marched. And so we marched through downtown Elizabeth City, down by the waterfront, through Eringhouse, and then back downtown. I only posted a couple clips, just because, you know, my I got a new phone plan actually when I got home, because I ran out of data on my phone plan, and so I upgraded my phone plan. But yesterday I did not have the upgrade in check yet. But I upgraded my phone plan, so now I have unlimited data. So I might be posting a lot more videos on Twitter now that I've got the unlimited data, right? So just throwing that out there. But yeah, we marched downtown. It was pretty good. I thought the energy levels, considering the crowd size, the energy levels were pretty good. It was hot as a mother effer, right? So a lot of people stayed in the bus. That's fine. You know, all the power to you. I couldn't imagine it, but that, you know, I'm also a young person, so I have to be in the front. But I mean, it was a good time. And then so we, you know, we chilled around for another half an hour or so and talked about what we're going to do tomorrow, which is now today, what we're going to do next week, which is now this week, and so on and so forth. I would say it was a really, you know, again, making our presence known at least once a day is the ultimate key. And then as long as we've got something else in the pipeline, you don't need to exhaust all your ammunition on you know, day 39. Like, you know, like imagine this is like that section of that scene from SpongeBob where they're open 24 hours and then they just keep going, right? And then like Mr. Krabs is like day 23, and then he's like day 47, right? You know, like that's kind of the situation we're in right now. So you don't need to, you know, throw out all the stops every single day. But you know, spend some time organizing, figure out what we're gonna do next week, which again, of course, is now this week. And there's some good stuff coming down. People are planning trips to Raleigh, the state capital, and DC, the country's capital. And I was initially planning on going on those trips, but I believe I am going to stay back in Elizabeth City, because we are going to be making sure that there's a demonstration in Elizabeth City. And so, you know, every single day. And so as a result, you know, I want to make sure that I'm covering the local protests. And, you know, because I'm sure that media will follow people that are traveling. I'm sure that media will be at Raleigh. I'm sure media will be in DC, right? And so as a result, I want to stay back in Elizabeth City and cover what happens here. And so that's my current decision. I might change my mind at that point. But, you know, what are you going to do? But yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else to talk about as far as yesterday is concerned. Pretty good day. I enjoyed it. And Max also enjoyed it. Hello, Max. Look at him. He's so happy. Did you see that? Did any news outlets pick up on the presser? I think so. I love this goddamn dog. I'm gonna drink some fucking water. I just love water. Don't y'all love water? That's why I moved to Elizabeth City, so I could be next to the water, right? The video got a bunch of views. Yeah, I know it was linked everywhere, like on Facebook and stuff like that. Ignore that. Whatever's beeping, ignore that. That's irrelevant. That's not something you should be interested in. Alright, so I'm going to get into some other mainstream media coverage of Elizabeth City events that I find particularly horrible. And I want to shed some light on this. And so, So mainstream media, specifically NBC News, has picked up on the story of the car attack in Elizabeth City. And so this was on May 25th. But I want to I didn't go through this yet, and I want to kind of make a segment on this. I've made a couple other segments on it, but I just want to talk about, just kind of what I view as a cover up a little bit, I think, in my opinion. And so this is not the first. I think I've covered 2 or 3 other articles on the subject that just completely just misses several details that were very glaringly present and obvious. Most notably, that the car, yes, it hit 2 people initially, but it also hit a third person while attempting to drive away. That is not present in this article. And this article also takes police reports and presents them as fact. And that's another thing that mainstream media is horrible for. And I want to be very clear that, again, mainstream media has been working with police, just in general, since the dawn of time. Right? Look at what happened when George Floyd was killed. Right? The press ate it up. They were like, oh yeah, someone died in a medical emergency. That was their initial press release. And all the media was like, yeah, someone died of a medical emergency. I don't know who it was. Someone died. And they all printed it like it was fact. Can you believe it? They printed it like it was fact. And that's exactly what they're doing here in a different context. They're taking police statements and presenting them as fact. Right? Now, I want to remind everyone, I want to be very, very clear and remind everyone that the officer who was blocking Lisa O'Quinn, right, moved out of the way, giving her an opening after engaging in an argument with her. They moved out of the way. Officer Parr, P-A-R-R, moved out of the way, gave them the opportunity to hit people. Now, I want to remind you, as the cop was there, the lady was heard screaming, if the police weren't here, none of you would be safe. And then the cop moved out of the fucking way. And so the car that Lisa was driving hit 2 people and then hit a third person while attempting to drive away. And then while attempting to drive away, the officer was in the background watching, standing there watching, did not intervene in any capacity. He was standing there and watching, right? But I want you to, now that you know that information, and you can go look at some of my other videos on the subject, I'll link them in the description. Now that you know that information, I want to read this article, and I want you to think about what is missing from this article. What is missing from this article? A white driver was arrested after she was accused of striking 2 black women with her car during a peaceful protest over the death of Andrew Brown Jr. in North Carolina, authorities said Tuesday. The first fucking sentence. What does that end with? North Carolina authorities said Tuesday. What? What? Okay, I want you to understand. Alright? And again, I want to use the example of George Floyd because everyone's familiar with George Floyd. The media initially reported as fact that a man died of a medical emergency. That was fact in mainstream media. NBC posted it as fact. Every other local paper in Minneapolis, it was fact that unnamed, unknown man of unknown whatever died of an unknown medical situation. Right? How the fuck can you sit here and tell me, a year after George Floyd was murdered, that you are still going to be reporting what police say is fact? Right? Like, I'm sorry, but there is not a single instance where a police report should be utilized as anything other than witness testimony. And with that being said, you know how people have different categories of witnesses? Like, let's say, like, you were drunk at the time or something. You know, your witness testimony is a little bit less worthwhile, right? The police, their witness testimony should never be worth a fucking shit. If it's the only thing available, sure, get their statement, be very skeptical of it, right? But, again, I was there. Right? Other people were there, such as Kerwin Pittman, who got the footage that they used here. We were there. Why don't they ask us what happened? Why don't they take our reports? And again, I want to be very clear. The last couple of days, every single day, I have been asking the Deputy Police Chief of Elizabeth City's Police Department, Jimmy Evans Jr., I have been asking him if Officer Parr will face any disciplinary action. He has laughed at me in my face several times for asking why a police officer who let a car hit 3 people is still on the force. That's a joke to them. And you want to know why that's a joke? Because they've already successfully manipulated the media narrative, and they know they don't need to answer that question. They know that as far as the world is concerned, Elizabeth City, they don't give a fuck about Elizabeth City. They don't give a fuck about the protesters. They don't give a fuck about what we have to say. They don't give a fuck about our safety. What they do give a fuck about is mainstream media press, so that when they try to get their promotion, because Jimmy is angling for Buffalo's job. You might not know this, but he is angling to be the chief of police. So what he wants to do is he wants to have positive media coverage and ignore anything that's even slightly negative. Right? So I want to, again, police are directly responsible. Without police intervention, this situation would have never transpired. And also, I have no idea why they're just pretending like the car didn't hit another person. I think that that's a little ridiculous. And I also know that, the third person that was hit by the car was struggling to get the police department to take their report seriously, because they figured that it wasn't that big of a deal and they weren't taking it seriously. They weren't following up with him. It's a whole thing. I don't want to go into too much paraphrasing detail, but again, I want to read some more of this. Now, again, they link Kerwin Pittman's video here of the initial contact. Lisa Michelle O'Quinn, 41, was charged with 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill by use of a motor vehicle, 1 count of careless and reckless conduct, blah, blah, blah. The incident occurred at 6:45 p.m. on Ehringhaus and Griffin Street in the city. Police said. Why do you need that? Why not, protester on the ground whose video we're using, Kerwin Pittman said? What the fuck, what are you taking the police report for? And this is the reason why I cover this, right? The reason why I cover this is because y'all need to know that media is not on your side, right? I consider myself, at this point, I guess, an independent journalist, right? But any mainstream media, anyone with an organization, is never going to be on your side. I'm telling you this right the fuck now. Right? Local news, they don't give a fuck about you. Right? Daily Advance, they don't give a fuck about you. CNN, NBC, Fox, they don't give a fucking fuck about you. Right? You need to understand that. If you speak to them, they are going to twist your words. They are going to take only a couple sentences. If that, maybe they'll only take 1 sentence. Right? And they will just do their best to cover up what really happened. Right? And I actually gave interviews on the day of the car attack to several local media. I gave several interviews. And in each one of them, I mentioned that an officer named Parr moved out of the way and let the car hit us. You want to know how many of those publications presented the fact that Officer Parr moved out of the way? 0. From what I've seen, maybe one of them did and I just didn't see it yet. But I gave several interviews. Some people linked me some of the interviews. 0 carried forth the message that a cop moved out of the way and let the car hit us. 0. They are more concerned with the idea of an angry vigilante Confederate racist hitting protesters on their own volition than they are with the fact that police are engaging in a cover-up of their own involvement in the situation. 0 of them have taken my witness testimony, several others' witness testimony. 0 of them have taken them. But 100% of them, all of them, have taken the police's witness testimony, which just conveniently leaves out the fact that one of their officers moved out of the way. Oops. Sorry, just forgot. Yeah, sorry guys. I know that we caused this situation. I know it's all our fault, 100% our fault. I forgot that it was our fault. Sorry, my bad. I forgot that we had been spending 34 days or not, like maybe 24 days of those 34, demanding that you use permits so that we know your routes in advance so that we can properly block off side streets. And then we did, and then the cop moved out of the way and let someone hit you after they had already engaged in an angry conversation with that cop. Sorry, forgot. I forgot about that. My bad. It's not like I have a vested interest to protect people in my gang and to lie on their behalf. No. I just forgot. What was videotaped. And it's just convenient that all mainstream media also forgot what was videotaped. Isn't that convenient? They just forgot. What's on camera? Doesn't matter. What 70 people saw witness testimony versus like 3 cops? Doesn't matter. North Carolina authorities said it. Must be true. Look at this. They said it. It must be true. A year ago, do you remember in Minneapolis when an unknown man died of an unknown medical emergency? Must be true, folks. Why would we ever re-look into that situation? George who? Don't you mean a man? That's the guy. George what? No, you're talking about a man. That's what cops said. He was a man. Why the fuck are people still listening to police? I'm sorry. This pisses me the fuck off. And I wanted to talk about that. But yeah, so I just want to be I want to be very clear that, again, mainstream media is not on your side. Local news, not on your side. Any newspaper, any organization that's not explicitly designed from the get-go to be on your side is not on your side, right? And honestly, at this point, I'm considering upping my game as an independent journalist, and I'm considering just doing interviews with every single protester every single day, because I don't know, you never know when something like this is going to happen. Like, no one else is going to interview people. I might just start doing that. If there's another incident, I'll get everyone's fucking witness testimony, because the cops won't. Mainstream media won't. Local news won't. Fucking our local newspaper won't. They don't give a fuck about us. All they care about is getting their paycheck and printing whatever's the easiest thing to print. And the easiest thing to print is to copy and paste the fucking police report. That's the easiest thing for them to print. So they fucking send their shit to the fucking presser, they get their fucking paycheck, and they go home and they get fucking drunk off of fucking wine coolers. Because that's the life that they fucking lead. Because they're garbage. They're trash. And they should be fucking ashamed of themselves for participating in a cover-up. The same media, by the way, that said, Andrew Womble said the shooting was justified of Andrew Brown Jr. Andrew Brown deserved to die. The vehicle's a deadly weapon, guys. Andrew Womble said so. The district attorney, Andrew Womble, he said that the vehicle that was moving at 2 miles per hour was a deadly weapon. He said so. Must be true. And now, the same authorities, maybe not the same exact people, but, the authorities, the police, are now, they didn't shoot and kill Lisa O'Quinn. They had 20, 30 cops, all with guns, cop cars with extra guns. Did they murder Lisa O'Quinn? Nah. She got arrested, put into the passenger seat. I want to remind everyone, when Lisa was arrested, she was put in the comfy SUV passenger seat. I want to remind everyone, Officer Parr said, when I asked him to do his job in the moment, when he was standing there, he said they had to protect Lisa from us. Is NBC reporting that? Is the Daily Advance reporting that the officer said that Lisa had to be protected from us? Are any of these local or, mainstream media outlets reporting that Lisa was put into the courthouse early to avoid interaction with protesters and was snuck out a back entrance. Are they going to report that? Are they going to report that she got her $40,000 bond paid off in an hour and was released in less time than USA Today journalists that were arrested the week before? Again, USA Today journalists were arrested and were in custody for several hours for reporting on police brutality. Lisa O'Quinn, someone who hit 3 protesters, not 2, 3 protesters, was only in custody for an hour and a half. Are they going to report that? Nah. They're not going to report that because they don't need to. They don't need to report that. And so that's why people like me being here on the ground and being able to have this show that can tell you what actually happened, that's why this is so important. That's why people recording on their cell phones and doing live streams is also so important. Because you never know when something like this is going to happen. And we're watching it. We have most, if not all of this on camera, and they're still covering it up. They're still covering it up. Can you believe it? Like, it's all on camera. Like, you can just go look at it. It's right there. Nah, whatever. We're just going to print out whatever the police statement said. Whatever. It's a bunch of bullshit. Bull ass motherfucking bull. Anyway, how are you? Again, let me get a vibe check here. How's everyone doing? Let me get a vibe check. Where are we at right now? How are we feeling? Now look at this fucking, look at that. That came out of my head. Like, okay, I'm gonna, like, my body decided for whatever reason that this was a good idea. Right? And then it just kept coming out of my head, and now it's just like independent. Look at this. It's independent now. It's occupying its own space in the universe now, completely independent from me. Yo, my thumbnail broke. Check this out. Broke yesterday. So I've only got 3 left on this hand and like 1 left. So I got 4 nails left. Check this out. I'm trying my best here. But I've only got 4 left. We need more independent reporting. What's the best place to post our material? I don't know, YouTube, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to try to like maybe figure out how to make myself look a little bit more professional. But, you know, also, I don't want to look professional. But maybe I should. I haven't had coffee yet today. Hey, Bodan, what's up? Press card in my yeehaw cap. That hat's got like fucking sweat in it. It's like, can you wash hats? Like, you could pull off professional and still be somewhat casual. My problem is like, I don't want to be professional in any capacity. Like, I just want people to take the reporting itself, you know, seriously. I don't want people to take me seriously. You know what I mean? That's my thing. All right, folks. It's my birthday tomorrow. You might not know this. And Vice President Kamala Harris wished me a birthday surprise. She said, enjoy the long weekend, and then posted whatever this is. I don't even know what that is. But she posted that telling me personally to enjoy the long weekend. She knows my birthday's tomorrow. She knows, right? Vice President Kamala Harris has got my back, right? And it just so happens that a lot of people are upset with the fact that Kamala Harris is wishing America a happy birthday weekend for me, right? We have Lauren Boebert. Care to mention why we're having a long weekend, Kamala? Because it's my birthday, you stuck-up bitch. That's why. Right? And look at this. This isn't a long weekend. It's a weekend where we honor the fallen. I'm only 25. I'm not falling anywhere. It is Memorial Day weekend this week. This is like these motherfuckers. Let me just play this. Let me play this.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
All right, now that we've officially primed ourselves. The reason for the season, one who gave all and saved 5 with his beautiful gifts. So, what? Okay. We enjoyed having President and VP respected America's heroes. That's so funny. I don't like that. I don't know. I just wanted to cover this because it's my birthday tomorrow, and this is really funny. But a lot of Republicans are really upset. Long weekend, do better. Why are they so triggered? Why are they trying to cancel the Vice President of the United States for just telling everyone to have a good time? Nobody voted for you. That's not true, actually. Is this intended to insult the memory of the fallen? Because that's how it reads. I pulled this from my dad's World War II memoir. He was a Marine. Maybe instead of a glamour shot of herself, she could tweet just one photo of a soldier. Oh my God. This is much more than a long weekend. I want to remind everyone that most of these wars, right? Most of these wars... Also, is Shoe on Head, what is that, ghoul moment? Why is Shoe on Head, joining the right-wing reactionary outrage? That's interesting. Let me remind the Vice President of the United States the true meaning of the weekend. Just a refresher on history. I believe the photo says all. We don't know them all, but we owe them all. What the fuck? How could you not laugh at this? How could you not laugh at this? How could you not fucking laugh at this? Seriously, it's an eagle. I'm sorry, this is so funny. I just want to be, I want to be very clear here. World War II, if you died in World War II, God bless you. Any of the other wars, right? If you were conscripted, God bless you. Right? But if you died and you, signed up for, a dumbass war, do I feel bad for your family? Absolutely. But first and foremost, the idea that you were in that war to begin with is, ridiculous. Right? So it's why are, the same people that are oh, Kamala, why? Why are you disrespecting the fallen? Aren't you the ones who voted to kill them? Aren't you the ones that sent them to war? It's okay to kill people as long as you respect them afterward. These are the pro-life people, by the way. These are pro-life people. Right? What? You know what I mean? It's strange. Alright, I want to enter nuclear war with Iran. Right? But, if you don't properly respect everyone that dies in the war, then you're evil or something. How about sending the people to war to begin with? Maybe? I don't know. It's just a sign of broken society. But either way, Kamala Harris wishing me a happy birthday weekend. I appreciate you. And, I'm still not going to vote for you in 2024, but nice try. Maybe if you give me, 4 more or 3 more birthdays wishes... Maybe then I'll vote for you, Kamala. But we're going to go for 3 for 3. How's that sound? 3 for 3. So far, this is 1 for 3. Someone keep this in mind for next year and the year after. So far, we're 1 for 3. If she gives me 3 birthday wishes, I'll vote for this bitch. But until then, very upset. So we got an interesting individual here. We got Booker Cox in the live stream. Booker Cox, first contribution is, you hate white people. Now, and then their second contribution is, why do you hate white people? That's a great question. Well, I would like to share with you a fact. I happen to be white. Right, as you can see. Right, I know I've got a little bit of a tan here, right? But like, you might not know this, but I am a white person. Right? Like, I know that's crazy to think about. Right? So, like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But feel free to extrapolate a little on your ideas. Hey, moron, many people have nowhere to turn and they join the military. Yeah, and I feel sorry for them. That doesn't mean we should start wars. Like, the whole point of my show was to say that we shouldn't have wars. And you're saying, but what if someone joins the war because they're poor? It's like, yeah, I feel sorry for them. I already said that. Next. Next. I don't know what the fuck you want from me. Imagine getting killed because someone is sitting comfortably and safely away told you to. I know, right? I'm gonna get killed because President Fat Fuck McDonald's bitch ass McFickface told me to. Like, what? I'm gonna go fucking kill myself in war because George Ding Dong W ass dumb fuck Bush told me to. Like, I just like, what? Like, are you joking? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm, you know, what the fuck? Imagine, like, I can't imagine. I'm sorry. Like, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I'm not the one who's going to go do that. But if that's you, I mean, more power to you. All right, folks. We're saving the best for last. Lord. Alright, Bodan. That's fine. I think your first present was more than enough. I was very impressed. I was very happy with it. I'm sure you put a lot of work into it. All the comments that you've been leaving on the old videos for the last 6 months make sense now. So, pat yourself on the back. You did a good job. You don't need any more. It's all good. McFickface. Sometimes I mispronounce things. We're all human. Notice how Booker Cox has not, provided any rebuttal to my stunning revelation of me being a white person. Bodan made like a 20-ish minute video about my Doom videos and how good I am at Doom specifically, and has inspired me to play more Doom, which I will be doing very soon. It also reminded me of how fat I was last year. Like, holy crap. Like, I mean, for those of you that don't know, I lost like 70 or 80 pounds in the last year. But god damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn. Like, that bitch was heavy. Like, I'm telling you that right now. Like, fuck. Mr. Freak, Rosario Dawson is big into Booker Cox too. I can't. I won't. I won't. Can we see the video? Bodan, if you can, feel free to link it in the Discord or something. Oh my god. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me. I hope you know this. You're killing me. My tan is showing. Yo, look at my fucking tan. Look at that shit. It's like a gradient on MS Paint. when you were opening up the gradient shit. I'm a gradient. Look at that. I'm gradienting. Look at that shit. Isn't that crazy? Also, look how thin my arms are. Like, what is going on there? Right? We got a little bit, right? But, like, why are my arms so thin? When did that happen? All right, so I'm going to try to tee this up here. Lord have mercy. Like, now that I'm reading all of these tweets again, like, it's so horrible. Like, it's so, like, legitimately, like, what a fucking moron. All right, let me get these in order. Lord have mercy. All right, folks. So Ben Burgess has decided to go on a cringe tour. In an effort, I believe he is doing a speed run, trying to destroy his own reputation as fast as possible. And so far, it looks like he's really gunning for the world record. Like, he is really going for it right now. And so I wanted to cover this because I got involved and I thought it was really funny. And some of Ben's most horrible responses were to me and to some of the people that got hopped in when I got involved. So, you know, I wanted to cover on this. So yeah, Ben Burgess going for the world record and destroying his own career. And what he's trying to do here is say that January 6th, first of all, right, he is saying that January 6th was no big deal, right? And like, that's like another thing. Like, and then when pressed on it, he further said that no one was killed. In fact, you know what? I'll show this one to you. Nobody was killed, and there were no attempted murders. So I like that. Like, you know how it started, how it's going, right? Like that. Like, this is not good, right? This is like. No, I want to say, like, I used to like Ben Burgess. I've got one of his books. You know, he's a relative, like. You know, I don't think he's the smartest person in the universe, but, you know, he's not terrible. You know, I thought he was relatively decent, right? But, like, then I saw this, and, like, whoa! And then people are telling me that apparently he's been, like, setting this up. He's trying to, like, do this heel turn move or whatever, and he's been trying to do this for, like, the last month. And I've been so busy with protesting that I just missed it. I missed it. And so, again, I think he's going for the world record here on how to destroy his own career as fast as possible. So now this started, I think, with this tweet. Ilhan says the votes against the January 6th commission are admissions of guilt. Only the guilty persons hide from the truth. Now I want to go to Ilhan Omar, her Twitter page. Now this is on May 28th, right? That's 2 days ago. Let's keep scrolling. Okay. May 28th. Okay. Oh. Huh. Alright, so on May 28th, Ilhan Omar tweeted, "We're spending the next year making calls and knocking on doors to talk to tens of thousands of folks in CD5 about Medicare for All. You get what you organize for, and we organize year-round." Okay. So she is literally actively organizing to make Medicare for All happen, and then a couple tweets later, she talks about January 6th, where some dumbass says, "I just want Medicare for all." Huh. Isn't that interesting? And then Ben Burgess sees that, and Ben Burgess is like, "Why isn't Ilhan Omar giving us Medicare for all?" I like and support Ilhan Omar, but honestly, this is the right response. What? Like, she literally just said that she's organizing for it. Now, if you want to say that her organizing for it isn't enough, okay. But saying, I just want Medicare for all, that's not saying, oh, you should be doing this instead to get it. It's just saying, I want it. Okay, great. You know what I want? I want fucking new socks. Right? Like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. So Ben Burgess starts off already pretty fucking stupid. Already pretty fucking goddamn stupid. And we're, like, this is just the start. Like, I want to, like, Lord have mercy, right? Like, this is just the start. He's already dumb as a shit fuck, right? I really don't see how feeding, now again, so this is about January 6th. I really don't see how feeding into liberals' obsession with exaggerating a riot that was entirely non-lethal on the rioter side into an all-important event, the insurrection, serves left-wing goals. Now, again, okay, let me draw out this line for you. Have a commission on January 6th, establish who supported the rioting, and then initiate the 14th Amendment, Section 3, to expel insurrectionists from Congress. Expel the Republican Party from Congress, declare them a terrorist organization, and then have a vote on Medicare for all. Hey, it's at least a strategy. Right? It's just a... Now, my thing here is that people like Ben Burgess, and I've seen this in a few other people too, like, is that he's trying to turn this into like a Russiagate thing. And that's like exactly what Glenn Greenwald has been trying to do. Is like, oh, if liberals are obsessed with something, it must be fake news. It has to be. So when the Russia thing happened and people said that Russia was secretly controlling Donald Trump, had to be fake because the liberals liked it. It's not that it was, you know, a super exaggerated and mostly fake version of what actually happened that was relatively actually kind of serious, and that maybe you should focus on the serious aspect and ignore the hyperbolic aspect. No. As soon as liberals say something about it, it has to be fake. Has to. There's no other option. So when liberals are talking about how January 6th was a big deal, then it can't be a big deal because the liberals are saying it is. And if the liberals are saying it's a big deal, again, can't be. It's impossible. Right? So this guy says some dumbass shit. And then he goes on a day later and says, leftists getting emotionally invested in defending liberals' script in every stupid little culture war skirmish does nothing to serve any left-wing goal that actually matters. Me personally, I think declaring the Republican Party as a terrorist organization does serve left-wing goals. Because then it moves the Overton window way to the left. It puts AOC in the position that Nancy Pelosi is in right now. But hey, that's just I clearly have no left-wing goals. And then this dumb motherfucker says, I really want the people who think I'm a red-brown apologist for MAGA because of my take on 1/6 and fascism to get in a room with the people who think I'm a Dem sheepdog. So, like, what is this guy doing? Like, trying to do, like, this weird, like, both sides centrist bullshit? What? Or we could even just acknowledge that, well, of course, genuine bitter enemies who need to be defeated also exist. It's not only possible, but totally normal for people who share most of the same goals to sincerely come to different conclusions on secondary issues. How about that? Okay, I want to be very clear. Again, entirely non-lethal. Right? And so Mike from PA responds with a... Like, I mean, I don't know Mike from PA, but this is this is a banger of a tweet. This is a banger of a tweet. So I saw that and I retweeted it. Leftists getting emotionally invested in defending liberal script in every stupid little culture war skirmish does nothing to serve any left-wing goal that actually matters. Mike from PA responds, what do you think about leftists that defend right-wingers scripts in culture war skirmishes? Again, an amazing response. Absolute banger. I love it. Any leftists and then this is Ben's response, any leftists who feel a similarly knee-jerk impulse to defend right-wing scripts in a stupid little culture war skirmishes while being equally unthoughtful about how doing so served left-wing goals would be even worse. What? but I don't see much of that. Who do you have in mind? And so this is where I weigh in. Again, I don't mean like absolute banger of a tweet. I'm in there, right? I go the fuck in on this guy. So this is where I involve myself in the situation. Hey, I have no idea what Mike from PA's full career is. I'm just saying that tweet was a banger. That's all I have to say. That I'm not like having any, if you don't like him, that's fine. If you do like him, whatever. I don't know enough about him to have that. I'm just saying that's a banger of a tweet. So I respond with this. And so then Ben Burgess responds to me, if that's what Mike from PA is trying to suggest, I'd like him to explicitly say and defend it. And so I respond, trying to be nice, I respond, hey Ben, I'm very disappointed in your 1-6 comments. I think defending right-wing talking points on how nobody got hurt and they didn't try to kill anyone is horrible, and especially silly when they were on tape chanting hang Mike Pence. So again, hey, 52 likes, 4 likes. And I only liked this one as like psychological manipulation into having them like respond to me, so I'm going to unlike that. Boom. Look at that, see? See? Unliked. Unlike, the ratio continues. It grows even further. So, Ben responds to me. Like, I'm just saying I'm disappointed in him defending right-wing lies, which he is doing. He is objectively defending right-wing lies. And then, of course, when we go back to the start of this, right, this is the right response. Saying, I just want Medicare for all, to someone who just tweeted about it, like, 2 hours before. Right, so, like, Ben Burgess has, like, had a series of, like, really bad decisions that led to this moment, and then it keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse. Right? So then he says, and again, I was shocked. Like, yesterday, I was shocked. Right? I was, like, legit, like, I had seen him posting some dumb shit before the show yesterday, and then, like, after the show, when I saw, I was like, what happened to logic, dude? Didn't you write a whole book on logic? I have the book. It's right there on my shelf. It's right there. I read your little, it's only like 80 pages, right? I've read your pamphlet. It's a good pamphlet. I liked it. It was okay. I mean, But I thought you were a logic bro. Aren't you like a professor? Don't you like have students? Do you teach people? What are you teaching people is my question at this point. So, okay. Then he responds to me, right, with nobody was killed. Now that is already ridiculous, right? But let's assume alternate universe, no one was killed, right? But then he even like further swallows himself down the drain, and there were no attempted murders. Okay, so building gallows, constructing a noose, planting bombs, chanting hang Mike Pence, screaming kill him with his own gun. Let's assume no one actually died on January 6th. Like, let's pretend that's the case. Right? Let's assume that no one actually lost their lives as a result of January 6th, right? To say that there's no attempted murders, I'm sorry. The motherfuckers had bombs. Motherfuckers showed up with fucking machine guns chanting hang Mike Pence. What? No attempted murder? What? It's just not true, right? But then, right, then we realize, wait a second, oh, actually, 6-ish people did die on January 6th or after January 6th as a result of the events on January 6th. Then we realize, oh, wait, not only were there attempted murders, but there were actually murders, too. And there were actually deaths, and there were actually killings. So Ben Burgess is having his argument here. He's trying to like base his entire argument on the definition of killed. Right? He further will say that killed means someone is ending your life in that moment. So if I shoot someone and they die instantly, I killed them. If I shoot someone and they go to the hospital and die 12 hours later and it's January 7th, hey, I didn't kill them. They died of natural causes. You ready for that? Because we're about to go even further. All right, so Then Ben goes into this thread. The cop wasn't killed, at least, as that term is normally used. Although the stress of dealing with a riot almost certainly contribute to his later stroke. The woman was unarmed when she was shot by a cop. Okay. Dealing with a riot. Okay, so being beaten, right? Having physical blunt force trauma. Now, again, I hate cops. Fuck cops. I'm not out here saying, oh, the poor cop. I'm just saying the cop's dead. I'm just saying it is factually provable 100% beyond the shadow of a doubt that the cop died as a result of January 6th. The cop wasn't killed, at least, as that term is normally used. Again, if I shoot someone and they die in the hospital the next day, I didn't kill... Yo, bro! The cops show up my door serving an arrest warrant for me, killing someone. Hey, let me get Ben Burgess on the line. Hold up. Yo, Ben! Ben, I got the cops on the... yeah, the cops are here. They said I killed someone. No, I just shot them in the head. No, they bled out, but then they were sent to the hospital, and then they died 8 hours later, and it was the next day already? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, they died of natural cause. They died... Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yo, cops, here, check this out. Right, you know what I mean? Like, what is this? What is this scenario? Right? Like, why is this happening? Okay, so he keeps going. I'd think that killed by rioters would be the obvious meaning and context. What? I am not. I've said by rioters a bunch of times today and left it out once, and you're trying to milk something, blah, blah, blah. This guy posted another thing that was, like, super bizarre. Where is it? And let me just, like, go through this guy's, like, tweets and replies. Like, this guy posted some really bizarre shit as well that was, like, really fascinating. That I just wanted to also, like, but I don't know where it is. Here we go. Okay. So someone says, 1936, Alabama, a white mob kidnaps a black guy to lynch him, but he dies of a heart attack before they can get the rope around his neck. Did they technically kill him? It doesn't really matter. And to belabor this technical distinction calls your moral worldview into question. Right? Hey, I just want to say, if Ben wants to come on my show or vice versa, I'm more than willing to. I like Ben. I still like Ben. As you can see, I still follow Ben Burgess. He doesn't follow me back, but that's okay. Right? I wouldn't put him in the same category as Glenn Greenwald yet. I don't know why he's going for the speed run. Right? But either way, this is his response to that. In this case, the analogy would be that no one puts a rope around his neck or attempts to kill him or signals an intention to kill him in any way, but he has a stroke after the fact. So I want to keep in mind that Ben Burgess here is talking about what happened on January 6th. So January 6th, no one. So the cop getting beaten with a flagpole, cop getting beaten with a fire extinguisher, that's not an attempt to kill them. Someone saying grab his gun and kill him with his own gun, that's not an attempt to kill him. That's not only is that not an attempt, that's not even signaling an intention. Not only is that's not killing them. No, not at all. And in fact, it's so not killing them that it's not even attempting to kill them. And it's so not even attempting to kill them that it's not even signaling any just interest in killing them in any capacity. What? Like, what? And then this person responds with, you're changing my analogy. Their murderous intent is clear from their language and other acts of violence. Even if there is not a direct cause resulting in death, the murder is still attempted. What the fuck is this? Like, seriously, this is like the worst thing I saw. Like, what is this? Nobody was killed? Nobody was killed on January 6th? Nobody, not a single body was killed on January 6th? Nobody was killed. No attempted murders. Hang Mike Pence, kill him with his own gun? Nope, never happened. So, I again, this is like bizarre. This is bizarre. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Ben Burgess. If this is the start of him going full Glenn Greenwald, okay. But I mean, like, what the fuck? This is like, I mean, like, the hole that he has dug himself into right now, right? Like, it's not like he has gone beyond having a bad take. Like, I want to be very clear here, right? Like, people are allowed to have bad takes, and, like, you don't have to cancel someone because they have a bad take once in a while. I'm sure people have disagreed with me on stuff, right? Whatever, right? But this is beyond a bad take. Like, this is like literal historical revisionism. Right? Like seriously. Like, what could he possibly say, like, to redeem himself after this? Like, that's what I like the hole that he's dug is so deep that he's gonna need some form of, like, a ladder or a rope or something to help himself climb out of this. Because, like, it's not, like, you can't, at this point, you can't post your way through this. You can't, like, wake up and say, man, I really fucked up yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before, I'm sorry. Because, like that's what would be required. And that's, like, even then, I don't even know if you can bring that back, right? Like, but it's like, if you were to wake up today and say, man, you know, I was on a lot of Ambien, right? I was smoking too much weed, right? I maybe, you know, I don't know, I was just not in the right headspace. I, you know, had temporary psychosis, right? Like, he's gonna need to have come up with one hell of an excuse in order for this shit to be I want to put this on screen again. Like, I want to put this on. Nobody was killed and there were no attempted. Like, I just, like, what on God's green motherfuck fuck? You know what I mean? But again, I would love to debate Ben Burgess. I would love to. If he wants to come on my show, or vice versa, or do it in, like, just Twitter or whatever, like, I'm fine to debate this guy. I don't mind. But it's like, wow, no one was killed. I mean, it's just like, that's crazy. I mean, that is crazy.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Anyway, folks, that'll be it for my show today. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And, you know, if anyone has anything that they need from me, I'm sorry if I am not the most responsive person in the world lately. I have been very, very busy, and I just, you know, I want you to understand that. Good morning, comrade. If you want to, like, you've had Ben on your show, right? So you've got that clout, right? You've got that in. If you want to host a debate, I'm down. I'm down. I'm totally down. Absolutely. I feel like Ben Burgess is doing that thing that you do in, like, high school debate class where it's like you have to pick a position you don't believe in and debate for it just to show that you can use logic or debate tactics or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel like Ben Burgess is doing. Like, let me take the most ridiculous possible position and just try my hardest to convince people it's true. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Anyway, again, yeah, tomorrow's my birthday. I saw that, Bob. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, folks, the amount of support that people have been giving me. I've been getting, honestly, like, too much support. Like, it's, you know, I worry that I don't, you know, I don't deserve it. But if you want to give me a birthday present, PayPal, Cash App, Patreon, you know, leaflet. I would appreciate that. That would be amazing. And again, I thank you all for watching. I know that, again, today will be day fucking 40. 40. Folks, 40 days of protesting in Elizabeth City, and I have attended every single motherfucking day. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's still crazy. I'm still, like, you know, at a point where it's, like, hard to process that. Am I going to get myself a birthday cake? Probably not. I'm probably just going to do, like, a bunch of drugs tomorrow. Like, I mean, like, that's the tentative schedule for me, is birthday drugs. I mean, like, what else is there to do? Like, what else is interesting enough, right, for me to, like, do I want a chair? Not immediately. At some point in the future, maybe. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Again, I appreciate it. Next time you see me, I will be 25 years old. Can you imagine? Can we get one more age check? Is anyone in this chat room younger than me? Yesterday we did this, and we found that no one that watches me is younger than me. I am the youngest person out of my entire community. Hey, Anastasia, how's it going? So I'm asking this again. Is there anyone, now that I'm leveling up, is there anyone who's still 24? Anyone? Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Someone, anyone, please respond. 16 years ago. Oh my God. What is going on here? Why am I so young? What are you people doing? Why are you here? What is it about this stream that attracts such an older audience? What's going on here? Bonan's about to be 34 and has no family.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
Fuck. I know someone that young. Is it your child? Wait, is it your grandchild? No. We leech your youth. Oh my God. Us old people love quality. That's what attracts us. I guess I'm pretty fucking quality. I'm high ass motherfucking quality. Emphasis on high. We appreciate your carefree attitude. I try my best. Please continue to shower me in compliments. Yo, folks, tomorrow is my birthday. So as a result, y'all are gonna have to shower me with compliments. Like, I'm telling you this right now. Like, if I show up tomorrow and each and every one of you doesn't have 15 compliments prepared that you're going to distribute equally throughout the stream, I might just consider banning you or just giving up. I might retire. I mean, like, honestly, like, I'm gonna need some more compliments. So you remind them of a young Katie Tur. I don't know who that is. I have a spider in my room younger than you. Oh my God. I felt pretty comfortable after day 2. There you go.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
You're one of the very few streamers that isn't boring. I am very not boring. I pride myself in how not boring I am. You're the opposite of Bernie. He gets the youngins and you get the oldins. That's fine. MSNBC wife? Okay. I still don't know who that is. Anyway, thank you all. Have a great day. Enjoy your fucking whatever it is. And I love you. And that's it. Is this thing off yet? Is it off? Someone turn this fucking shit off. God damn it. Fuck.
You're dying. That's true. And it is what it is.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
Get your words straight, Jack.
Everybody comes in your grandmother. 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 Your father, your mother, your brother. Everybody comes in your grandmother. Your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy, so crazy. Everybody comes in your grandmother.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
You're a lying dog-faced pony shoulder. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
Every hot mic moment is a hot mic moment when I'm the one on the microphone. Heyo!
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Dumb people, liberal people. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.